Hello and welcome to the first psychological principle in this course. Here we're going to be talking about quite an interesting phenomena called the decoy effect. In this lecture I'll present two things. First, a decoy effect definition, and second, examples which clarify the definition. Okay, let's get started. What is decoy effect? I would like to read the definition for you. The decoy effect is the phenomena whereby consumers will tend to have a specific change in preference between two options when also presented with a third option that is asymmetrically dominated. An option is asymmetrically dominated when it is inferior in all respects to one option, but in comparison to the other option, it is inferior in some respects and superior in others. So, this was the scientific definition. As I promised you, I'll simplify that. Before I give you some examples, which will clarify the definition, I want to show you some pictures that clearly show the application of the decoy effect. Now look at these fruits. I would like you to choose one of the three options you have. I'm going to give you approximately 5 seconds. Please make your choice. You have an orange and 2 apples. Think about what do you choose. Okay, now I'm gonna be talking about myself. I feel like eating a fruit. In the picture I have 3 options to choose from. The first option is an orange. The second and third options I have 2 apples. However, the latter is decayed. What I and the majority of you guys would choose? I believe the higher percentage of us chose the red apple. And this is because the third option is so bad that it makes my choice a lot easier. Of course, some of you went with the orange, but the majority chose the red apple. If I give you only the first 2 options, the orange and the red apple, your choice wouldn't be influenced by any other less attractive or more appealing options. Okay, I have another picture for you here. This is how decoy effect works. It changes your opinion by adding different options. The green circle on the left looks too small to me, whereas the green circle in the right looks too big. But what happens in reality? These 2 circles are with the same size. My opinion was influenced by the decoy effect. Now we've come to the example. I'm going to give you one. Please focus on this part of the definition. Consumers tend to change their preferences between 2 options when a third, less attractive option is presented. An old subscription page at The Economist stated, web subscription for $59, print subscription for $125, and web and print subscription again for $125. It seems like a super deal for web and print subscription, right? Professor Dan Ariely tested this model with students at MIT, asking them to choose a subscription option among the 3 choices listed by The Economist. And here are the results. They're quite interesting. Web subscription was chosen by 16 students. Print subscription was chosen by 0 students, so nobody chose print subscription. And then we have the last option, web and print subscription, was chosen by 84 students. So the total revenue of that is $11,444. Okay, but see what happens next. When the print subscription was removed, the results looked like that. 68 students chose web subscription, and web and print subscription was chosen by 32 students. The total revenue, $8,012. Now I'm gonna ask you, do you make the analogy with the fruits I showed you? The print subscription by itself for $125 was the decayed apple. It made the web and print subscription look like a great deal. That's a 30% difference in sales for The Economist by using a decoy price of a print subscription. I want to point out that this example was taken by the book of Professor Dan Ariely called Predictably Irrational. Some of the biggest companies in the world utilize decoy effect. They do it quite profitably, And another example would be Apple and their decoy pricing on iPad. We have three options of Apple iPad. Those options have two variables. The first variable is price, and the second variable is gigabytes. All the other specifications are the same. Now, unless you're 100% convinced that 16 gigabytes are enough for your needs, you go with the first option, right? But if you think that having more storage would be good for you and for your needs, you would consider the second and third option. Now, the first option, you get 16 gigabytes for $4.99. The second option, just $100 more, you get 16 gigabytes more. So you get it for the second option is $5.99. Let's see what happens with the third option. So if you add another $100, this time you don't get 16 gigabytes more. This time you get 32 gigabytes more. And this is again only for just $100 more. And so if you compare the first and the second option, you buy 16 gigabytes more for $100. But if we compare the second and third option, you buy 16 gigabytes for $50. And when you get to choose, this looks like a great deal for you. And this is how they influence our decisions to make a more expensive purchase or to buy the more expensive iPad. From now on, you'll be observing the decoy effect when you need to make a decision to buy something and you have few options. However, if you're a marketer, you can implement the decoy effect into your pricing strategy and get some great results. But wait a second. What does it mean to be a marketer? I'm going to make things easy for you. Remember this. We are all in the marketing business. There is no such thing as, I'm just a blogger or I'm just an online instructor teaching people how to use Photoshop. If you sell any kinds of digital products or you want to sell digital products online, the most important aspect of your online business are the marketing skills you have. And in this course, I promise to help you develop these skills from a very powerful psychological perspective. Thank you for watching and see you in the next lecture, where we will be talking about the marketing implications of the decoy effect. Thank you again.